When it comes to weather conditions, I notice that quite often young photographers somehow do not understand what proper conditions mean, especially in the context of street photography. Furthermore, they are unaware of how to use them. Let's take a tour through the seasons and let me share a little bit with you on possibilities these different weather conditions provide us with. Starting our tour in winter. Imagine it's snowy outside, or it could be. These conditions especially enable you to practice composition. It's quite convenient, in fact. High contrast, everything stands out clearly. As, for example, in this series. I took all of the photos in just 2 days. Everything is shot from above, as you may see. It's one and the same park down there. This is 100% game of composition and frame building. By the way, this is just another way to shoot if you don't want to contact people. That's what I meant when I talked about training in frame building. Let's look at one example from the series. Just get ready, we'll speak about my favorite composition, something that will be useful for you as well. Just look at how many composition elements are there in one frame only. And let's take them apart. We have the golden spiral, the golden rectangle, the first diagonal, the second one. When there are 2 diagonals in a frame like this, they bring in stability. I think one example like this one leaves you with no doubt. Snowy weather is really convenient for this type of training, for this type of shooting. If it gets too cold, just go underground. There is always something you may find to shoot. It's not by chance that many photographers' favorite weather is the rainy one. At least because everyone is in a hurry and no one's paying any attention to the man with the camera. And of course, do not forget about the puddles. Great option. Another scenario. You have the desire to take pictures, but it's already dark. Well, no problem. Go downtown. In the center, it doesn't matter if you are with or without a light-sensitive lens. In the busy places, cafes, restaurants, main streets, around the shop windows, there is always a lot of light. You can also go to the park nearby, just keep in mind that it's darker there. In a place like this, you really need a lens, at least one at f2.8. Night public transport is also a good choice, quite a convenient one. First, because there's always a light on inside. And second, because there are people with stories inside. You might be the one to tell them through your own lens. Of course, in bad weather, you can take shelter in the tram or bus itself. No need to shoot from outside only. But only if you are ready for such filming. In a tram, you can take pictures of dogs, for example. They will definitely not tell you anything. And the most common mistake. Quite often you hear that when the sun is really strong in summer in the afternoon, please do not shoot. Well, a lot of people were repeating that to me at the beginning too. Not to go in details, but nonsense. You can always shoot, especially when you really want to. Yes, it's much more difficult to shoot portraits with that scorching summer sun, but you can do it. It's really not a problem. The main thing is to do it correctly. Shadows or silhouettes, reminding you of their existence as well, always applicable. The limit of your photography attempts is just your own imagination. Okay, if it's really hot or you're not in the mood for walking in the sun, you can hide under the ground again. The subways are quite artistic. They let you experiment. And if you're lucky enough and bad weather comes, bad for ordinary people, not for us photographers, so you definitely need to overcome yourself to go outside and to start taking pictures. Personally speaking, I can't resist and always try to take pictures in this kind of weather. If I don't go out, I know I'll be sorry after that. The fog, of course. Fog, guys, this is a certain magic. I probably don't have enough words and emotions to describe my feelings, but how I really enjoy fog, you may see in this photo. That's really my favorite kind of weather. Such an atmosphere as the one the fog creates, probably no weather phenomenon can convey. Fog definitely influences me in a strong, in a positive, in a creative way. Here comes the very last series of photos, photo story I'd say, that I want to share with you. All of them taken in a weather like the one we are speaking about, in a foggy weather. Pause the video if you wish and take a closer look. After this video lesson, you'll find a link to my site where you can read the story behind the images. Well, thank you very much for letting me show you a part of the street photography world. A world I've been part of for more than 15 years now. Hope you enjoyed our journey. Hope you found it useful. Hope you're a little bit more inspired now. Because, in 2 words, this is street photography, an inspiration. My name is Denis Buchel. I was glad to be your tutor. As they say it in Bulgaria, good luck and stay on focus.